The Testament of Solomon. Foreword. The Testament of Solomon remains one of the more mysterious texts within the general lexicon of grimoires and associated materials of an occult or mystical nature. It was presumably written sometime in the 1st century AD, or possibly as late as the 5th century. Its author remains unknown, but is presumed to be, and likely was, a Jewish or possibly Christian sage around the same time, perhaps upon the command of a group which believed it to be canonical. The story of Solomon and his demons, and of the construction of the Temple of Jerusalem thereby, is not treated within the canonical works of the Christian Bible. It is however alluded to not just within this text itself, but within Jewish canon as well as the Ars Goetia within the Lesser Keys of Solomon. Due to the extremely old date of this work, it must not be overlooked by any who wish to delve into the Goetia or any other derivative work, for there are many. It is not clear whether the more traditional story of Solomon sealing various demonic forces in a specially designed, inscribed urn coexisted directly with this work, which as well includes a similar tale. Here, though, the demon is singular and held in a wineskin. The similarities here with the story of the Odyssey and the sealing up of the wind in the same wineskin to ensure safe passage back to Ithaca by Odysseus cannot be overlooked either, as the Odyssey would predate this specific book by several centuries. In the latter case, of course the winds are sealed by Aeolus, a lesser god, not by a sorcerer. The tale itself told here is rather strange. Solomon enslaves and controls various demons using the same inscribed ring spoken of in other works almost surely derived from this one, specifically to perform various miraculous works. This he does with the help of a demonically tormented young boy, who helps him to originally ensnare a demon termed Ornias. Unlike with some works of this type with similar themes, this work is known absolutely to be of ancient date, which is important. The date other grimoires and derivatives tends to be no earlier than the Renaissance, hardly from the early medieval period or before. During his discourse with Ornias, Solomon discovers that the demon in the spawn of Uriel. More importantly though, the material here may either be conflated with, or an explanation of, the Jewish tradition of Lilith, taken as it were from the older pagan figure of Lilith within Sumerian mythology. This must be theorized, as Ornias indicates a fondness for a changing form into a female and molesting men in their sleep. The demon Onsklis, also referred to thereafter, shares similar nocturnal habits. In both cases these figures appear to have been noted as fixtures specifically designated for the temptation of mankind, specifically men, for the temptation of women is not mentioned within this context whatsoever. This demon, or demonis, as it may be termed, is additionally told to be worshipped by some of those of dark skin color at the time, presumably the Nubians or Lower Arabians, considering the astronomical reference given. The work goes into relative minutiae regarding the spirits involved with the temple's construction. For each spirit there is an appearance described, as well as its nature, general goals, and various forms where they apply. So, too, does it then list the names of the angels or forces by which they are frustrated, weakened or prevented from working evil, and, for some, especially the decans of the zodiac referenced as demonic forces. Simplistic rituals are given involving certain invocations which may prevent them from doing harm. Multiple references herein to Emmanuel and the numbering of the name of the Savior alone proves the work dates to no earlier than at least the age of Tacitus. Some of the herbal references are Greek and some of the names given allude to Arabian or Greek as well. It concludes with a brief remark upon the fall of Solomon from grace, a story well known and often recounted by Jew and Christian alike.